Welcome.
Oh, watch it. It's cool. I know a guy. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I got it.
Folks, we're going to switch formats. I need you to put your hands together. Up next, we've got Richard Slocum performing comedy.
Thank you very much, Neil. And I'm sorry, I am performing comedy. But I gotta say this, any drop guitar, you hear that sound, that little clank? That is music to Vandross's ear. He's our resident luthier here. Fuck yes, give it up, yes! Broken guitars are music to his ears. Well, I do stand up to the dismay of my parents. I should be like going to sleep right now looking for a job tomorrow, but I'm busy smoking pot. But I like stand up for one good reason. I get to hang out with you guys. This is fun, an open mic. Also, with an open mic, I'm like, what is this? I almost feel like it's almost like a zoo exhibit. You know what I mean? Some of us are animals. Dude, like, you know, watching a comic in the wild right now. That's what you're seeing right now. This is also a good meditation over body positivity because I'm wearing a shirt right now and I tucked it in slightly. And it's showing my little panis. Science word right there. That's called a panis right there. My name is Richard, so like technically I am Big Dick now.
Show us your penis.
No! Actually, I have a conspiracy for you guys. Penises are a myth. Think about this, guys. A penis is a inside-out vagina. Now watch this. Here's a good example. Now look. Time out. Gotta get it off. I didn't drink it all tonight, so I can focus. So, I've done this 3 times before. They loved it. But like, look at this. So you see this sock?
No.
Kind of looks like a Smurf's penis, right? Now watch this. So the penis. Now watch this. What is it now, guys? Now, actually, fun fact, the morphology of the penis becomes the vagina. Actually, a very interesting thing, the penis and the vagina are actually the same thing, like in your utero. Fun fact. And also XY, Y chromosomes are actually mutated X chromosomes. So fun fact, most guys are mutants. I'm bipolar, so at least I have an excuse. You know, I'm so bipolar, I'm bipolar 1. I'm so bipolar that I have to watch videos of clinical people who are bipolar doing interviews with their therapist, just so I know I'm not going to sound cliche at my next appointment. You know that thing of like, everybody's out to get me. That's a trap. Don't say that to a therapist. But the reason why I do stand-up is because I want to take control of who I am. Look at me. I'm a 6'2" tall white guy. People are afraid of me. And also I have this weird thing, if I used to go to bars, you just hang out and drink, you just stare at people. It depends on what you look like if you're a people watcher. Sometimes it's appreciating, it's cute. If you're like me, oh fuck. In reality, I give you a shot. I just want somebody to hang out with. But I want to say this though. Since I do stand-up, I got to tell you what I learned, because I feel like you learn to be who you are. I learned from my dad, financial advisor, how to manage expectation. Like this, I am not that good at comedy. Expectation manage. Anything better than this, we're doing well. Second thing I learned is how to see somebody who has made a major success in their life and then see him and be like, dude, my son's getting an ego. I got to knock him down a few pegs. You know that feeling like, Dad, I got a showcase. And he's like, it'd be cooler if you had a job. But just saying real talk. I learned from my mom, though. I learned from my mom, true humility. She's a doctor. She's a doctor, anesthesiologist. I like to call her a queen of Elsium. I think it's cool. But I think of this like, with her, I get weird advice. Mainly because she was a doctor and she didn't realize what she had with people. And she told me this. She was like, Richard, whatever you do, don't have a threesome. And you know, as a son, you're like, yeah, I don't like my mom talking about sex, but then you almost begs the question, like, Mom, why do you think that I shouldn't do a threesome? She tells me, it's very lonely. Well, there's a story there, right? I was talking to her, she apparently was dating somebody who was like, yeah, I was wondering if we could have a threesome. And she's like, you know, very agreeable person, didn't know what she had. She's like, yeah, sure, as long as you don't break up with me, who's it going to be with, a guy or a girl? And he was like, both. And she was like, oh, okay. So she shows up, him having sex with 2 other guys. Turns out his kink was her watching him have sex with 2 other guys. And she was left in the cold. Like she didn't even get a makeout. She just came in, it was just happening, and it was like, sit down. Okay, there's a chair. It was a folding chair. It wasn't even a lounging chair. It was horrible. But I love my mom. She also taught me this, though, with friendships. You can literally work yourself to the bone for other people. But you can't expect the same in return because, you know, we're always talking different languages. She used to put on events for the nursing staff. She would cater an entire event, 150 people with her own money, and literally making food for 150 people, and do the event. And I would watch her work for 8 hours nonstop on her days off. She did that and got to go on vacation with a few nurses for 2 years. All right. Sorry, real talk. Okay, so let's say about something funny now. Does anybody know about Cocaine Bear, that film? Yeah, I know. Like, I think it's full of shit, actually. I actually got into a major fight with my girlfriend because of that film. Because one issue, I didn't want her to know that I used to do coke. And after doing coke, you see Cocaine Bear, you feel like it's full of shit. Like, think about this. Cocaine Bear, if a bear's on cocaine, I feel like the last thing he wants to do is eat. I thought he might want to, like, you know, arrange some sticks at his little cave or some shit. I don't know. And also, Cocaine Bear wouldn't be that overweight. He'd be skinny as fuck. And then also, anybody who knows they're cocaine addicts and they're not having coke, they're not the aggressive guy in the room. They're usually the guy in the back doing this. You know, like how bears do, where their nose is up sniffing. Can I get a bump? Those assholes. What I'm afraid of is Marijuana Bear. Like, outside there, I know somebody would smoke out a bear. But if that bear came in, somebody would throw on some sunglasses on that bear. But then, God forbid, that bear gets the munchies. The bear would bite somebody's leg, everybody would laugh. They would murder us all because we're all high, too. But then you have to think about this, too. Marijuana binds your fat molecules. Just, you know, I smoke pot now. I don't do coke, but I smoke pot. Now, I'm basically a giant edible for a bear. I'm probably like, anybody remembers the Chiba Chews? I'm a Decatos. It's horrifying. And like the same level of sadism I take with those gummy bears, where I'm like, I'm going to bite off the leg. Would the bear do the same to me? But I got to know this. Because none of us are cocaine bears, none of us are marijuana bears. We're all people. Just trying to have our voices heard, our opinions noted. But you know what? Any opinion I don't share is one I don't got. My name's Rich Dotslope. Give it up for the Venetian Cafe.